Hello guys, welcome back to Gaming Tidbits. It's been a while, but today we're going to talk about the N64. Again, I grew up on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Obviously fell in love with the Super Nintendo because it expanded on what the Nintendo Entertainment System did. And then I got the N64, which why I love the graphics of the system and the games. Going back now, not so much I can think when I was younger, the number one bar playing, like handing the controller to a little kid or someone who's never played before, is the controller on the N64. While it was unique at the time, there are some games you play today, man, I wish there was a better controller for that. And there's nothing wrong. Some people love that controller, can play it, and that's fine. But for other people, there's now an option called the Brawler64 gamepad. It's now available for pre-order. It's supposed to ship between late February, March 2018, this year. Or you can go to Retrofighter's site. They're the ones who made it. I'll put a link below. But on their site, the controller is $29.99, basically $30. But on their site, you kind of pay through PayPal. I'll also put a link below to CastleMania Games to the page, where there you can actually order this there, and then there you would have more pay options than you would on the other site. For those who are interested, this is taking a N64 color controller and making it look like more of a modern controller with a modern layout and using modern technology to make it better. That's what's really cool to me about this. While for people who want to play the system, experience the games on it, this kind of controller allows you to play it maybe in the way you're more comfortable, especially if you play newer consoles. This controller is more that kind of format you're kind of used to. So first of all, they made the C button slightly larger, so they're a little easier to use. They made it a little more, where it fits in the hands more comfortably than the original N64 controller could at the time. They also added two Z buttons and repositioned them below the shoulder buttons, so you could either use the Z button right or left-handed, depending on what you're doing on the controller, right? Because, again, sometimes it was kind of like, okay, I want to put my finger here and do this thing, and it was harder to do. So that would solve that problem for some people. They also had a turbo button, so if you wanted turbo, which, again, there's nothing wrong with turbo. Not everybody's good at certain things of a game, and that would solve that problem. And obviously they made the D-pad, respond better. Because, again, D-pads traditionally on controllers aren't simply the best. We all know that. If you even play new controllers, playing with the D-pad, not always the best way to play a game, though some people are used to it. And of course, they made the analog stick, more responsive, easy to use that way, and they moved it over all the way to the left. So all these features, as you see in the pictures, make the controller more close to a modern controller if you're used to playing that way, but you want to play an N64. Maybe you're used to playing just on the Wii U and like the Switch, and this is a more similar layout with the Pro Controller. The controller is fully compatible with memory cards and rumble packs, but not with the transfer pack, which kind of seems to be the norm with third-party controllers for this system. Now again, there are over times probably other controllers that came off of the N64 closer to this, but if you're interested in a new one with more, like using more modern technology in a controller, this might be the one you want. Again, I like that it keeps the colors of the original controller, the gray colors, and that. I like the way the packaging looks like it would be an N64. That's all cool. But for some people, again, the controller is a barrier. Even when I went back to play now, it's like I'm used to playing this controller in the sense of, finding some of my childhood. But I also, when I play, realize, the things about this controller I just don't like. Like certain games, I don't play good with this controller, and other games you do. Simple racing game, cool. Even though I always did kind of have trouble with the obviously the analog stick where it was, but still. What do you guys think of the Brawler64? Would this be something you kind of like, or are you like, what, I'll stick with the original? Again, $30 is not a huge amount of money for a controller. Consider third parties making it, and if you want something more comfortable and brand new and maybe more durable than what you've had in the past, this might be an option for you. So what do you guys think? Is this controller you get, or you'd be like, what, I'll stick with what they have? For me, I think both options are cool. I think if I'm going to play my N64 a lot, I would be tempted to get a controller like this with the original controller, so whatever one I feel like playing, or especially if I want to play with, like, let's say my son or my wife, this would be a better controller for me to give them, because I know I've given my son the N64 controller, and that controller just is frustrating to them when they play a newer controller. Like, well, why would you play on this controller? For them, it's not that fun. Anyway, if you guys like the video, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and if you guys are subscribed, don't forget to hit the bell on the right-hand side of the page. I hate to bring it up, but again, this day and age, YouTube doesn't always notify you when the videos come out, so that's the best way to know. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll make another video soon. Laters!